Good morning class, welcome to the physics class. So previous day we were studying about the units, fundamental units and derived units, and I gave you these questions to obtain the derived units for these quantities. So let us discuss them, and I hope you have tried it at home. So area, you know the formula, length into breadth, and simply write the unit of individual quantities. Okay, so the unit of length is meter, breadth again meter. Here we'll be writing the SI unit only. Okay, so meter multiplied by meter gives us meter square. You know how to write these powers, na? 2 times it is being multiplied, so the power becomes 2. Okay, so meter square is the unit of area, and because it is derived from the unit of length, it is said to be derived unit. In volume, length into breadth into height, writing all the units, unit of length meter, unit of breadth meter, height meter, 3 times it is being multiplied, so meter m to the power 3 meter cube. Coming to density, you know the formula, density is equal to mass upon volume, unit of mass is kg upon unit of volume is meter cube. So kg upon meter cube, but we do not write the units like this, so we will write it like this, kg per meter cube, or we can simply take meter cube to the numerator by just putting a minus sign on the power with the power of meter, right? So in this way you can derive the units. Whatever operation is being done between the individual quantities, like here the multiplication was to be done, so we have multiplied the units. Here both the quantities are being divided, mass is divided by volume, so we will divide the units. Okay, speed is equal to distance upon time, unit of distance meter, unit of time second, so meter upon second, this gives us meter per second, or you can take second on the numerator, so it is also written as meter second inverse. So this I am just telling you that you can write it in this way also. You may find this way in books, you can leave it here only. If you want, you can leave it here only, here. Okay, so acceleration is equal to velocity upon time. Unit of velocity we have just derived. Unit of velocity is same as the unit of speed, so unit of velocity meter upon second, meter per second, divided by unit of time second. So you can write meter per second as meter upon second into second. This gives us meter per second square. Okay, dot can be used in place of multiplication. So force, mass into acceleration, unit of mass is kg, unit of acceleration is meter per second square, so the unit becomes kg meter per second square. Unit of force is Newton also, right? So but because we are talking about the derived units, we can't just write Newton. Okay, we have to derive the units from the fundamental quantities. Next is work, unit of work. So the formula is force into displacement. This becomes kg meter per second square. We have just derived and multiplied by meter. So meter multiplied by meter gives you meter square. So kg meter square per second square. Momentum, mass into velocity. This gives us, putting the value of mass, unit of mass kg multiplied by unit of velocity meter per second. This becomes kg meter per second. Okay, there are a lot of other quantities whose units can be derived. So I will be sending you some a table where other units are also discussed. Okay, so you first just see the quantity whose unit is to be derived. If you don't know the formula, just see the formula also with it and try to derive the units yourself. Okay, afterwards you can see the answer from the book, but try doing it yourself. Okay, because this needs some practice, and once you will practice it, it will be very easy for you. And this is important for the exams also, and also afterwards you'll be requiring it every now and then. Okay, so you need to practice these things. So I'll be sending the table. Then there are other things, prefixes. Okay, so what is a prefix? We add something before the unit, or okay, so like suppose I'm talking about length. So the SI unit of length is meter. We can add the prefixes like kilometer, hectometer, decameter. You must have heard these things. So kilometer, of course, you know. Okay, so these prefixes, these three, these are used for making larger units. Okay, and then deci, centi, milli are for smaller units. Okay, so you can learn it like this, that there are, just you can write 10 in between these things. Okay, see here I have written meter oblique gram. So whatever unit we are using, okay, for length will be meter and for mass it will be gram. Okay, so now if I say 1 kilogram, or let us talk about meter only, so 1 kilometer will be equal to how many meter? What you do, you should learn this table. Then what you do, 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10, so 3 times. You can simply write 10, you can simply put 3 zeros after this. Okay, so 1000 meter. 1 hectometer is equal to how many meters? 10 multiplied by 10, that gives you 100 meter. 1 decameter is equal to just 10 meter. Just 110 is over here, no? And similarly, other quantities like 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters? 10 multiplied by 10. So 1 meter is equal to 10 multiplied by 10 centimeter, that is 100 centimeter. Okay, so while you are going downwards, you will multiply. And while you will be going upwards, you will divide. For example, when I say 1 centimeter is equal to how many meters, what you are going to do, centimeter is here and meter is up there, so I have to go upwards. While going upwards, we divide. This becomes 1 upon how many zeros? 10 into 10. So 1 upon 10 into 10. This becomes 1 upon 100 meter, or you can simply say 10 to the power minus 2 meter. So in this way, these prefixes are added to measure smaller quantities or larger quantities. But not only these prefixes are there. There are so many prefixes, and they are given in your book, like above. While you if you have to measure units greater than kilometer, then or in general we say, if we have to add more, even larger prefix than kilo, then there are mega, giga, and there are many others. So I will be sending you a table. You just go through it. For other things you have to learn them. Okay, these were having this type of relation, so I wrote it here. But other larger or smaller prefixes you'll have to learn. For example, below milli you'll have in micro, then nano, then femto, and so many other prefixes. So I'll be sending the table regarding that. And besides that, there are many other units and units which you have already read, like meter or second or gram, they have some specific definition. Okay, and then there are other units like light year. Light year is a unit of distance only. Okay, so these have some definitions and they can be asked in your exams. So I'll be sending the definitions from your book, and you'll have to write it in your notebook and learn them. Okay, so this is all for today, and I am giving lesser things in this video because the content I'll be sending you in the pictures, that is more. So just go through the pictures and write the definitions, just the definitions in your notebook. Okay, and there will be one table of derived units other than these which we have just discussed. So you have to practice them also and write the definitions. Okay, and also go through the prefixes. Okay, that's all for today. Bye, children.